Nestled on the banks of the Hudson River, Michie Stadium. It will play host to some of the nation's finest today and another thrilling edition of Army football. Today, two teams get set to square off in an intra-conference battle in the American. As we'll see, the Uconn Huskies taking on the Army Black Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we Uconn will deliver the opening kickoff and we'll get this game going. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Army's offense comes onto the field first today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. Be interesting to see what they do today.
Can't make the catch, and it'll be third down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration. Running to Green. There he goes. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to fire. Got it behind the line. It's Wallace. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
Well, there's an example of the quarterback just creating on the fly, because I think that was supposed to go to the running back on a screen, and he just saw an open guy downfield and said, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it down to this dude. He's wide open. I know it's not how we drew it up, but we'll take it.
And the Black Knights with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the back. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
The Black Knights send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. So Connecticut's offense has its first opportunity of the day. There's a receiver who's going to draw some attention, Jesse, but really, he's just part of this whole offensive puzzle.
He hasn't been the most consistent guy when it comes to catching the ball for this offense this year, but he has had some big moments. He has had some big games as well. And, David, you know, from a roster standpoint, they're generally not going to overmatch or overwhelm anybody from the receiver spot, but this is a dude that can get it done.
I think that's the biggest point that you made. It's a guy that has the potential to make big plays. And if you're pointing to a guy, he is the one. Talking to coaches, like, they've seen flashes in big moments. They need to see it consistently, and it starts today.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And here comes the Heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And the Huskies, with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Newton. Makes the grab, it's Duggan. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. This Uconn offense really has it going. Looking downfield on first down. Looking left. Complete downfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. To the air on first down. Using the quick game. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Brings up second down.
They'll run play action. Grabbed over the middle. It's Watson. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
The Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass on second down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Leaves it with the running back. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. Uconn will have to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. Drives into the pile just to pick up a 1. They'll spot it at the 10. And the Black Knights moving quickly to the line.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. The Black Knights line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Hands it off. Turning it on. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Off play action. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Newton. Right on the money. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. Out of the backfield, he's open. At the 20, he's got space. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Uconn.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Colorado State rose to the occasion when it needed to, and they'll be celebrating a solid victory there in Canvas Stadium. Week by week, you can feel the momentum building within that program. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. And the Black Knights are in the hurry-up. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The Black Knights will punt this one away. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. The Uconn offense goes back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. It's complete to the left. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Now facing a third and long. Looking for a man. It's Newton. Throws into double coverage and it's picked off. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He'll keep it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. Let's look at the big picture for Army. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus, the number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things had nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want, because they can't keep their quarterback standing up.
Loose in the middle. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. And the Black Knights trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Black Knights. The extra point here would tie the game.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Quickly out to the tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Tight end now in motion. Scanning the field, it's Newton. Fires one high and deep. Pulls it in on the right. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. Uconn comes to the line after getting another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Duggan. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll run it from the gun. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. And the Huskies line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one. A 47-yarder from the right hash. It's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Leaves it with the back. Can't get him to the ground. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Here's the pressure. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. They kick it away on 4th down. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll do it himself. Gets it past the marker. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Watson. Not a whole lot of room there, 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Wants to throw, it's Newton. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Daniels. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. Uconn quick to the line.
And that's a first down for the offense.
And they got to the line expeditiously. Spiked it and stopped the clock. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
2nd down.
Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Daniels. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Just a well-oiled offensive machine. They make the play, they get the spike, and now a chance to score before the break. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. The lead now 6 here in the second. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, one thing we can always count on is a great atmosphere in West Point. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move-the-chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Lake Field inside Michie Stadium.
The Black Knights will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Cherry. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Uconn going back to work on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Looking for a man. It's Newton. Forced to just throw it away on 3rd down, and now they face 4th. Uconn will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Typically, at this spot on the field, you make a fair catch. I'd call that risk aversive, but it is good field position. The option look. Now the pitch. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
Off the play fake. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Black Knights will punt it away on 4th down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Uconn offense goes back to work. They'll start this drive with a pass. He'll try to do it himself. Quarterback gets the first down. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. From the gun, running back on the move. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. Dropping back, it's Newton. Lofts one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Uconn will have to punt it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Army has it back in the offense ready to go. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some life to this offense.
And whatever you can, whatever it takes. Don't worry about looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already looked really, really ugly. We got to find something that works to put some points on the board.
The Black Knights will hustle to the line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like.
Sends it downfield. Hauls it in down the sideline. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And the Black Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And on 2nd down for this offense.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that 1st down. Now from inside the red zone. Working that left side now. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Black Knights have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Army!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open, I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Toledo was able to cap off a close one inside the Glass Bowl with a narrow victory. And that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused on the big picture. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that. It sounds as if they had a good one there. The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Rushes on him. Dances away. He'll make the play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the 1st as they mark it at the 32. Offense in a split backfield. He'll pull it on the read. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. And the Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Look out, he's got room. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Uconn quick to the line.
Man, you got to lock in on your keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the replays, somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who that was, and he made them pay with a big play.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. To the air, it's Newton. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. We've reached the break, and Army has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Grabbed behind the line, it's Watson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. The Huskies come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to drive ahead on third and short. He's stuck right there, short of the first down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead. He got it, and they go back on top.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the fourth quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
He'll bring it out. It's Wallace. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Black Knights will line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Offense working from the pistol. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Backed up now, here's second and long. The give and tick, 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 tick. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. And the Huskies are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll have to punt for the fourth time today. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got his man. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's second and 4. The Black Knights want to move quickly.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Black Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to the big tight end. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They go to the ground. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Tight end finds a soft spot. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Power football with the run. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Black Knights with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Caught near the sticks. It's Wallace. Now the connection takes it to the 11. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Looking for space. It's Hart. And they'll finally make the tackle at the 3-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. A lot of defenders around on that screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Just gets rid of it before the heat. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And they have surged on top here in the final 2 minutes.
Big-time kick late in the 4th quarter to take the lead. Now, not much time left. Defense has to be ready on the sideline, ready for the 2-minute drill, knowing exactly what you're doing to get one more stop.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. To the air, it's Newton. On target to the left. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
At the 35-yard line. That's a 1st down for the offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Going for the big play. Touchdown, Huskies. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Really good execution by this offense late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Trying to surge it in. Just couldn't nudge it across for the 2-point conversion. They'd hoped to go up by a touchdown, but they're still up by 5 here in the 4th. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Pressure coming. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Fires to the tight end. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Under fire. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Well, the defense is smelling blood in the water. As soon as they saw this offense decide to go for it in that area of the field, they were like, okay, you're going to gift us the football. We'll go ahead. We'll take over. Thanks. We'll make a play, and we'll take us over. And now we're going to try to make you pay for that decision.
And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another